we had a meeting, so they wanted to terminate your contract with OIC. When I asked why, he said, because they are complaining that 360 only talk about bad thing about President Barrow. He don't talk anything about good about the government. So why is he part of this project, which is big? So someone said, okay, now if he's safe now, what of Mankajang?
Yeah, because Mankajang too is it's doing the same thing that you're doing. Yeah.
So that's how then I called Mankajang. I said, Mankajang, did anybody text you or did anybody call you from OIC? Manka said, yeah. Someone texted me that I should go and answer at OIC headquarters. I said, okay, then wait till tomorrow. So they delivered a termination letter to him.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was supposed to be me, not Mankajang. So if you look at the models, like when they're walking on the runway, there is a twist or turn called 360 that, you just turn.
Yeah.
So I said, since it's fashion, I'm going to name my program 360.
Gambia. This is your girl Francis welcoming you on her first edition of the Dialogue Talk Show, which is all about knowing your celebrities, your entrepreneurs, your influencers. We always give you the best, and we are here to just, what I'm telling you. So today I have with me someone that has been thriving in social media. He's been doing so good, giving you all the update that you need on the news and on various stuffs that I can say. So, duma def dara moy, dama ko bay mom introduce Popam, like they say, from the horse's mouth, and that is very important. So he's here. I'm gonna give him the floor to introduce himself and tell you, all the juice that you need to know. And today he's gonna take us on a journey on his life and where he started to get to where he is today. 360. Can you please give us the 360 vibe?
Thank you so much, my beautiful sister.
Yes, you're welcome.
And thanks and greetings to everyone, to those all who are watching from home and abroad. My name is Yuspha, but now widely known as 360. Mm-hmm. The CEO of 360 platform, both on TikTok and Facebook, like you said. Mm-hmm. We deal with news updates, on politics, culture, that is it,
And yes, you guys heard from him, the man himself. So, but 360, I want you to tell us a bit about yourself. Take us on a journey on how you started. What made you wanted to be a social media influencer? What gave you the idea?
I always say to people when someone asks me 360, tell me something about yourself or tell me about yourself, I said, I don't think there is so much special about me, other than saying I came from a humble background. Mm-hmm. My people came all the way from Nyani, that is CRR, Nyani Kayai, and they settled in Busumbala. Mm-hmm. That's where I was born, raised, and that's why I went to school, from Busumbala Farato to Mindao. Then I make my way to Stratford College of Management from 2015 to 2017.
Yeah.
So from 2017 to 2021, I was with Government Talents TV, that's GTTV, mm-hmm. For the internship. That's where my passion for media began. It was way before that, but that was the catalyst of my career.
Oh, so you will what work were you doing there? Were you a presenter? What exactly?
Yeah, when I was there, I was a presenter. Mm-hmm. I was doing presenting. I was doing news reporting. I was doing a lot of things when it comes to media. I even hosted my own show, I think for about 3 years, called Dibenkoto, where I have a one-to-one dialogue with different personalities, including politicians, political figures like the ministers, even to some artists. Yeah.
Oh, so it's not just TikTok.
No, TikTok is just that's why a lot of people know me, because that's what brought out my brand. But before TikTok, I spent about 5 years working at the mainstream media.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you guys heard that. So the family he just started his work when he was started doing TikTok and Facebook Lives and whatever else he does. Mm-hmm. But he started working as a media personality 5 years before the TikTok. You guys heard it from here first.
That's correct. And we are talking about, from 2017, that was the period, when Jammeh left. Mm-hmm. And we know prior to 2017, there is no much media house in the country. I think that would be GRTS mainly. So the other online medias, I think, they operate greatly, outside of the country, like the Fatu networks. So it was after 2017, when all these media houses started emerging, including the one that I was Government Talents, which have been in existence since 2006.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but today when a lot of people see me and they will say, TikTok journalist, but not knowing, I was working with the mainstream media, 5 years before TikTok.
Yeah. Even me, honestly, I didn't know that you had all that going on.
Exactly.
Like, seriously.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah, I was like, I'm surprised, because I was like, the first time I saw you doing the news that you do on TikTok, I was like, yeah, you feel me? But now you can see that there are a lot of people that are following on the footsteps that you're doing.
Yeah.
They're giving out news. Most of them, their sources are clear. Most of them, their sources are not. And my moms listen to you day in, day out.
Oh, like seriously?
You feel me? Yes. For some reason. You understand? So what I need you to do for us there is when you come. Where do you get your sources from? How hard is it to how hard it is for you?
Like you said, in news or media in general, sources are always complicated issue. But on a broader level, what I do is on every day, like daily basis, I would follow online newspapers like the Standard newspaper, the Voice newspaper. Then I will shift to the Kerfatu or the Fatu network or other media platforms to see the trending topics, because we have a lot of news. But what I believe to be newsworthy, that every single citizen
should know.
Deserve or should know. Those are the kind of topics that I take. I break it down for them in local language. And the only reason, yes, we are colonized by the British, it is English-speaking country, but the fact of the matter is, and I think you can attest to that personally, someone working in the media, you'll be surprised to know that, 50 to 60% of Gambians are really comfortable watching or listening news in local language, be it Wolof, Mandinka, Fula. Because reading news in English and understanding is two different things.
It's two different things. And
you read news, you don't understand what the context is even talking about.
Yes.
Unless someone interprets it for you.
Exactly.
That's what I found to be more interesting. Then I said, you know what? I think, it's a good way. Let me do this. It's also a good way to connect with the local communities.
Yeah. And no, but too, I'll put a little bit on that. Okay. You see, most of the people that, like the young generation, don't have time to listen to the news.
Obviously.
Do you understand? Like most people, bruh, I'm not going to take myself out of it. You ask me when was the last time I watched the news. I'll tell you, I don't know.
I don't even know.
You understand? But the small newses we got from TikTok and what you guys are doing help us to know what exactly is going on.
Yeah.
And that's applause. That's applause. And most times, you guys give us what way more than the TV gives us.
That's what I always say. Like,
maybe the TVs might be biased, but you guys just come and tell us what exactly you need to know, and that's just it. That's
I even love that point, because when you look at the media, I'm not talking about the social media, but the traditional medias or the mainstream medias or the legacy medias, as we call them, they are known to be biased, to be censoring, especially medias that identify themselves, with the government's agenda. They wouldn't want to publish every article because they wouldn't want to say something, that would put them at the funny stop, or that would put the government at a funny spot. Okay. All they want is like sugarcoating the government. But I believe reporting news or saying news as I see it.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
It takes guts, though.
Yeah.
I'm the fit mom. So I have this question. I'm not really, it's not certain because I didn't really delve into it. They said you once have a issue with the authorities. How true is that? How can you elaborate on that?
Well, those are areas, seriously speaking, like personally, I don't like speaking about them,
But people need to know.
Yeah, people need to know, because the thing is, like, this is your life. Exactly. This is your journey. Like, this is what I chose to do.
Exactly.
So if I want to complain on every single thing, I think, at the end of the day, you, the viewers, you live in like, you're not complaining. Yeah, but what you're saying, it's actually true. I think I have that, not once, not twice. But the only reason why, like, people hardly notice or nobody know, because I don't complain.
Okay.
Like, if you know me, if you've been following me from 2021 up to date, 360 doesn't complain. No. Like, I always tell people, my mantra is never complain, never explain. I'm not going to complain because people are dragging me, insulting me, or bullying me online, but I'm not also going to explain to you because I feel that, I don't owe anyone an explanation. Yes, it happened to me on few occasions. Someone out there, top there, he's not happy with me, making an inquiry, like, where does he live? I need his location, his number. But, yeah.
Yeah, what? Tell us everything. Yeah, what? We need to know, because for me, I think it's important because somebody might be watching you, wants to be exactly where you is, and challenges come on the way. And as for the young generation, we don't know how to face challenges. We run away from it.
Okay.
Do you understand? So you telling us what you have been through is you telling the young generations on this is how you need to do this. Do you understand? So that's the reason why I want you to give us more details on that part.
Okay, then maybe I will give you 2 instances,
please.
but I'm not going to mention names, but like you said, just for people to learn, and for them to know, like in case you find yourself in this situation, you will know how to navigate it. The other occasion was someone very close to the premier of the country, to the first man. I'm talking about the president, because I published a news video, they're not happy about it.
Yes.
So because like it coming from Gambia be bad in killing, maybe like you might think that Jan 360 doesn't know anybody, but trust me, there's someone at the corner who is related with 360 or who knows 360. So yeah, the guy was asking, I need 360's number and location.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So someone called me, be careful because someone asked your number and your location.
Wow.
But please don't say like I'm the one, who's, because if you say that, they will know it's me and I'm going to be in trouble. Yeah, I just want to save you. I said, okay, no problem. I'm going to take note. So the other instance too was the guy is a minister. So the same thing, I made a news video about him, regarding the alleged corruption. So they were not happy. So they see it as like nganeneng alfaleneng. You understand? So at some point, even like the children, we are even organizing people, like organizing some lot of people to come and attack me and beat me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So at the midst of that crisis, I went to Q City, I think Badibunka's program, if I don't forget. So I was very lucky. Someone came behind me, like the guy wanted to hit me very hard.
Wow.
That was at Q City. Yeah. So, but one of my sister, she saved me. So she came, he was only doing his job. It's not a disrespect. So they called the family, the kids, the minister's kids. Then I was able to have, some dialogue with them to let them know, like, there's nothing personal or there's nothing sentimental between me and the minister. I don't even know him. But what I'm reporting, it is based on reports and we cannot ignore. I'm not here to confirm that the reports are true or they are not true. But what I'm here to say, it is that these allegations merely exist.
Wow.
That's what I do. So until very recently, maybe you all are aware of that about the OIC, contract termination of Mankajang.
Yeah.
And how that contract even came about, people don't even know. I was the one that called Mankajang. I told him that, you your contract is going to be terminated. In this day.
So how did you know that?
Yeah, the same way I know it. Someone called me, from there, that, we had a meeting, so they wanted to terminate your contract with OIC. When I asked why, he said, because they are complaining that, 360 only talk about, bad thing about President Barrow, he don't talk anything about good about the government. So why is he part of this project, which is, basically a government's project? So he need to be terminated. But the Minister of Agriculture, the Masabali, really stood up for me. He defended me there. He said, no, this boy is only doing his job. He's not going to be terminated, because even for me as a minister, he did a video about me, like, because I also do mock news, like to mock politicians, maybe like they say something funny or maybe they wear something. The minister wear a very big trouser, like a baggy pant. Then I made a video about it, like, how big and, unusual the trouser is looking, especially, someone that we call minister, you should always look, sharp, you understand? So, so the minister take a reference from that video. He said, the boy also made a video about me, but, that because of that video, when I went to America, I was able to get, a lot of new stuffs. So just let the boy be. So someone said, okay, now, if he's safe now, what of Mankajang?
Yeah, because Mankajang too is
so you see,
is doing the same thing that you're doing. Yeah.
So that's how. Then I called Mankajang. I said, Mankajang, did anybody text you or did anybody call you, from OIC? Manka said, yeah. Someone texted me that I should go and answer at OIC headquarters. I said, okay. Then wait till tomorrow. So they delivered a termination letter to him.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was supposed to be me, not Mankajang. But because the Minister of Agriculture, Demba Sabali, he stood up for me. He really defended me there. So, they had no choice but to terminate Mankajang's on. So these are some of the things, that, I go through a lot. At some point, I even lost, one of my contract with a company. That happened to me, at my early career. But nobody even know because I didn't complain. The complaint was that, you are talking bad about the president, and the owner of this company is a close
relative.
No, is a close friend to the president.
Okay.
You understand? So how comes, he is sponsoring you for you to insult the government or the president or the government officials? So the guy called me. He said, okay, you know what? This is the complaint from the State House. So I want, perhaps if you can change the way you give news, or maybe just say good things about the president. I said, okay, I'm going to think about it, because at that point, that was the only company supporting me. If I got that money, that's why I buy my credit. That's why I was like, oh.
Okay. I will not lie. Mm-hmm. If it was for a person that was not fearsome, like you is, the person was going to run for the first attack. You know? So and sorry to cut you. That day, what happened to me was, when this guy told me about this, so I was like, okay, I'm going to think about it. I was like, if I insist, I will not have money. No.
Meaning I will not have any money to buy data. I will not give any news to my people. But if I also agree, I'm going to lose my credibility, because they're going to control me.
Yes, and then
they will only be feeding me with the news that they want the public to know.
Yeah.
And I know that, I have moral obligation to uphold, because, people do watch me and people have so much trust in me.
Exactly. And
I said, okay.
The thing about your news is the older generation cannot really speak English.
Yeah.
Yeah. So older generation. Yeah. No disrespect. The family come. They don't have the privileges.
No, they don't.
So you're giving the news in the local language makes it easier for them to understand what's going on.
A lot.
So I'm not sure it was gonna be a good idea for you to change that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's what I was contemplating. I was like, okay, no. But the following day, I called them. I said, okay, you know what? I thought about it, but I don't think I can do it. Maybe let's just part ways. But I didn't go on air. I didn't tell anybody.
Wow.
I said, okay, maybe like this is just the first for this many instances. Let me just keep quiet. And trust me, before that month ends, that was when I secured my first big contract with Lee Properties for 1 year.
See.
The following weeks, Net Cosmetics signed me as their brand ambassador.
You see, God, He works in mysterious ways. All you need to do is just believe.
Yeah. So, which is why, like, if people started saying, 360 Kajure Denkodefe, I said, you guys don't know who is 360.
No.
It's not bragging.
No.
But I know how, how I operate. So nobody do influence me. Any news that I brought to my platform, I do it because I want to do it. Because I know there is public interest. But nobody influenced me because you want to pay me money. It's not about the money. Because I don't think about the money. What I think, do you know what I even think about? I can do the news today, I air tomorrow, I die. I'm going to face it.
Exactly.
That's my biggest concern. Not what people are going to say, how much money you're going to pay me. It's not about the money. It's just about morality, my moral principles.
Nice. Yeah. So the other question I have for you, 360, is what has someone ever said to you through a comment that got to you to a point that you, like someone said to you felt it deeply through a comment?
Yeah, I do have that a lot, especially, sometimes ago. Now, not so much. But by then, comments like, you are very lazy. Go and look for a job. Seriously, it annoys me at that time. When I see the comments, like, it really pains me. Go and look for a job, or some will say, like, bedroom journalist. I would be, okay, like, how could you even look at me and say, okay, go and look for a job or stop being lazy? But, like you said, as time goes on, I understand, the meanings behind that type of comments. So, but yeah, those comments, by then, not now, not anymore though, but by then, trust me, like, it really hurts me.
To a point that you wanted
because
to give
people don't know, but trust me, negative comments, it drives you crazy. It is one of the main reasons why, you see some people committing suicide. It's because of negative comment. Like you alone at your house, going through comments, it's very painful mentally.
Yeah, it can cause
it impacts
depression.
That's what I'm saying. Depression. But people don't know.
Yes.
That's what we go through. That's what we go through.
And most of the social media influencers, I'm not sure if Gambians, they know that being an influencer, it's a job.
It's a full-time job.
You just don't go to, because Gambian, then you come. They think if you are carrying your bag going to an office, You are walking.
That's what I came to understand. I said, okay, so this is why what I'm because I don't blame them, to be honest. Now I don't blame them because that's what I see, because that's what they see. Like ikuluta walakono. Okay, I grew up, in a family whereby every day I see my mom, my auntie, my uncle, carrying bag. So to me, like anybody who is not following that routine, you are lazy. Because you cannot tell me that, okay, like I'm sitting inside my home, just spend the mobile, getting, endorsement. That's a job.
Exactly.
But now I know that like being an influencer, it's full-time job.
It is a job.
We have people nowadays who don't do anything apart from influencing, being it in fashion, in news, in politics. Exactly. And that's where you get, like, that's why I get my money. That's why I get, all these brand endorsement deals. Mm-hmm. It's not that, okay, like I carry some brand ambassador. It's payment. They pay you every month. Yes. They give you other benefits. So that's your salary. Mm-hmm. Every month I do have money from different companies, so that's my salary.
Mm-hmm. And that's what pays. That's what pays the job. Pays. So I'm gonna make this clear. Mm-hmm. People that always send negative comments on people's videos, being an influencer, it's a full-time job. And if you don't know much about it, research about it. Don't be bullying people on social media. Trust me, it is depression. It causes depression. Mm-hmm. It can literally cause someone to commit suicide. So this is just a piece of advice I want you all to listen out there. Trust me. So the other question I have for you, 360, you being a journalist, let's say, because basically, how does it affect your family? Did they ever want you to stop because of the threats that you get? How does the impact affect them?
Yeah, very well. When I started during the first, second year, my auntie always said, pa, dukaringi dan nyimbula yekudo nyinem, because they'll be insulting you, bullying you. So because insult is even, I think, the biggest problem that everybody will have when you're dealing with social media, which is basically true. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes you will see, like, in a comment, someone will just look at me, like, insult me, my mom, or my dad. They are very innocent. Mm-hmm. They're very innocent. But I always tell them one thing, okay, like, this is something that I want to do. This is what I love doing. This is where I have passion. And like, it doesn't come free like that. Mm-hmm. In everything we do in this life, we have to pay price. Just yesterday I was discussing that with Mankajang. I said, when people see you, being a public figure, maybe you have a name, little bit fame, people calling you everywhere, like, to you, if you're not living it, to you, like, it's luxury, it's glamour, you understand? But like people that like us, like, we live it, we know it. Yep. So this is like expectation versus the reality. Mm-hmm. They are living the expectation, we are living the reality. But it's very painful. Yeah, because your family is under constant attack. So which is why if you know me, like, I don't post my family on social media. Not my mom, not my dad, not my brothers. Because the thing is, if you do it, any day they don't get you, they will target them through their pictures and they start insulting them.
Exactly.
So which is why I don't do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So wow, man, I didn't know it was this stuff for you guys.
Yeah,
really,
it's very tough.
Really. So did you ever have a feeling of changing the field because of the things you go through?
Yeah, sometimes I do say, I said, okay, I think the best thing to do is just to close all the social media platforms.
Wow.
And just because since I'm a journalist, maybe I can just work with one of the media house, be it Journalistic, QTV, and just live my life as a private citizen and just forget about it. Because sometimes the level of stress, drama, trauma that you go through, it is so much. Because right now it's like, I call it like living your life under microscope. Yeah, because your every action, your every move, people are watching it.
Yeah.
Even things that people can do, nobody will complain, zero complaint.
Yeah.
If you do, people are gonna scrutinize it. People are gonna question why you do it. Mm-hmm. So at some point you feel that you lost the half of yourself, because you feel that, okay, like, you are sharing yourself with people. Exactly. Because anything that you do, you feel that, okay, like, people have a say in it. You should invite people. So which is why if you look at a lot of social media influencers, people think that sometimes they do it because they want to know. Sometimes you do it because that's how your inner self will dictate you to do it. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes okay, like, come get ready with me, because anything you want to invite public to your life. Yeah. Okay, this is what went wrong between me and my husband, me and my mom. It's like anything you want to share it. Sometimes that's how it feels. That's what it does to people. Like, you feel that you lost half of yourself.
Half of yourself.
Just half of you living, the other half people just own it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And people tend to pay attention to your daily life routine.
That's what I'm saying.
And most people, they just want to look at it, put am lu ñoo wax comme lu bon ci mom,
which is very scary.
Something negative.
Yeah. You know, if you look in, if you look in, or if you follow my daily routines, maybe perhaps for inspiration, or maybe you want to be inspired, it is very nice. But if you follow me constantly, because you are praying to see like maybe like my negative aspect, or it is very scary. Because anything, even if it's not up to that bad, you will portray in a way that will paint me in bad picture.
Yeah.
So it is very, very scary. That's why I told someone, I think day before yesterday, we were talking about something. So I said, no, don't worry, I'm not going to do that. I said, one thing about, being a public figure or like being an influencer is like your gods will direct you or dictate you to do good. Uh-huh. Yeah, you will not even have the luxury to do bad. Because you know why? If you do it, when people know it, like that's the end of you.
Exactly.
So which is why you will say like cancel culture. Okay, like Allah cancel because it's not worth it, because that's what you do. I say, so because of this fear or because of this feeling, you will be encouraged to do more good things. Even though like we are not perfect. We are not. I have done things that I'm not proud of. None of my friend or family will be proud of. But like I said, no one is perfect. But with all that, we still try to live the life of perfection. That we are. Someday if you see me giving maybe motivational speeches, you said, okay, he's a good man.
Yeah, he has
but
it all.
It doesn't necessarily mean like I am 100% good, and all the things I'm advising, maybe I'm not even
using it.
Exactly. Yeah. But that is the role that we are meant to do. But like I said, we are not perfect, and we are not meant to be perfect either. Yeah.
So, if you had a chance, like if you wanted to change something in the Gambian social media scenario, what would that be? What would you want to change? What would you think that if it goes like this will be different?
I think that will have to do with people's perception, because people's perception towards the media, especially how it should be used or utilized, it's very, very crazy. Right now, you go to social media, especially like our sisters, exposing one another, insulting one another. So at some point,
yeah, especially on TikTok.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because that's where now everybody tend to go. Even people that we know them to be, they will be like going to Facebook Live. Now TikTok is the insulting platform for them. So which is very, very sad. And there's one thing that I tell to people that people are literally using this app, to make ends meet. People are using this app, to have their salary. People are using this app, because it changed people's life. You just do something funny, something crazy somewhere in the world, because it went viral, your story becomes so much public that, you start getting endorsement deals. Such example is Risa Tisa on TikTok. During COVID, she had a marriage problem, which she tried to voice it, many occasions, but maybe because she didn't have any bigger platform to do so she decided to go on TikTok. And by then she was having less than 500 followers. But the series that she do, who the hell did I marry to, what went from the first of March to the last day, that video gained more than 700 million view globally.
Wow.
She became one night global sensation, CNN, BBC, everyone, getting endorsement deals for her, up to a point that Netflix even endorse her. That is the power of social media. But I only say to my people, if there is this one thing that I can change on people's perception, is how beautiful, social media platforms are. But that's provided if you know how to use it.
Yeah, most people, they use it just for their own negative stuff, or trying to bring someone down.
Just because, I have 360's negative picture, God forbid, I'm going to post it.
Yeah, God forbid.
That's what they do. That's what people do.
Exactly. And that's sad.
It's very sad.
So the sad reality of Gambians, mostly the TikTokers, if you had to give advice to most of the TikTokers that and don't know yet, they're coming, what would it be?
It's for them to have patience, because patience is very, very important. I see people, especially comedians on TikTok. You come today, you do a video, the video went viral, but you think, man mafi touch, I am there. It doesn't go like that. You can't build your brand, overnight, maybe because of one viral or two viral videos. It goes beyond that, because normally what that does is you will not have a long career.
No.
Because all you will be thinking, okay, say more can nyiti legi no made setan, leg man mafi touch, because you're trending. Yes, of course, media houses will pick it because they know that it's a good content. We will always gonna repost it on Facebook, but that doesn't mean that you should just stop there. Keep trying. Keep looking for followers. But the most important thing is just be authentic. Be authentic. But here we tend to copy one another. Yeah. Example is the viral trending of loyalty tests. Someone did it, it is working. You have a lot of engagement, clicks, views. So let me also go and do loyalty tests. You can't even sit and think for a minute. You are a content creator, which is why if I see some people calling themselves content creators, I said, no, you are not content creator. Because you cannot be a content creator while, taking people's content and just, maybe just mixing one or two and make it yours. That's not content. Content creation has to do with originality, your uniqueness, something that you create that, people can look up to and say, I want to do this. That's what you call a content creator.
Man.
Yeah, so it takes a lot.
Yes,
it takes a lot.
I think it's important as a content creator for you to come up with something that is yours. But Gambian be, do they buga halat?
No.
Gambian be, it's too gao, wala too yakamte pour talk.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Do you understand? So they just go to YouTube. If someone is doing the same thing that you're doing, he's been there before you. There's no way you can beat that person.
No.
Do you understand?
No.
So I think the moment they realize that me sitting down and thinking, it's gonna give me like a very fruitful content than me going about taking about people's contents and just making it mine. It's not gonna work.
Because I understand that because being a content creator or content creation, it is very, very painful.
It is.
If I tell you, sometimes I will sit from 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. up to 5 or 6 a.m.
Wow.
Making my videos for myself as for now.
Everything. You do everything
for now, yeah.
For yourself.
Yeah.
So are you planning to have something that like an office or media house called 360?
That's my ultimate goal.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I wanna have my media like a sort of office whereby I'm gonna be having like this beautiful studio. Having your gadgets, your workers, behind the camera. That is my ultimate goal.
Nice.
Yeah, that has been my goal ever since.
Wow.
But the thing is, like what the Mandinka said, membe bulika waleta fojeni left the menayaso. Yeah, because I came at a time when I know that I'm not gonna have that support. Because one thing about Gambia, especially in social media, anything that you start in, at initial point, people don't support you.
No.
People don't support you. People don't, they don't compliment you. You're gonna be suffering, struggling until someone started noticing you. That is the time people will start complimenting you.
Your way.
And at that point, I will not even call that supporting. It's like mutual basis, because that okay, like if I sponsor him, if I support him, I'm also gonna get exposure.
Exactly.
So that's the time you get in. But what I'm talking about, okay, struggle. That this, if I support him, maybe with gadgets, materials, with platform, he's gonna do amazing.
He can be someone tomorrow.
Please do it.
Yeah.
Please do it. I think that is the biggest thing we lack in the country. People will say, "Oh, Nkela program Juvel, I watch you. Keep it up. But trust me, I wish someone can just look at you and say, "Hey, bro, what do you need?"
Like I'm gonna give you $100,000.
Do you need laptop? No. Okay, maybe so. Let's not even talk about the money.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about the money.
No.
So that look at them, ask them, "What do you need?" Because I see you doing this. What do you want? Do you need camera? Do you need the office space? Do you need gadgets? Ask them what they need. Provide them with the material.
Right.
Trust me, Caesar, they're gonna do amazingly. I know many people, who are thriving in the industry, and who, by chance, if you help them with materials, with platform, with office spaces, billahi, they will do amazing. My plan was to go to Europe to settle there with my family. Yeah, that was what I was. I was in Senegal at some point. Yeah, because I want to travel. Yeah, because I'm my mom and dad's firstborn. I have 3 siblings that are looking up to me. They are my responsibility together with my mom. So I also want to travel, because that's the perception I have. Because I've seen people who travel, they build houses, they drive in luxury cars. So I also believe that if I travel I can have the same opportunity.
Yeah.
But today everything changed. I said, okay, I need it here. I want to work here. I also want to get 3-4 people who will be working under me. Right now, that's my ultimate goal. But that cannot be without support. And trust me, I have a lot of people who are doing the same, and they wish they be supported with materials, with office space, with platforms, so they can also empower a lot of people
to come and do the same thing that they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, for you to be like, guy, okay, keep it up. You know, comes with what exactly can we help you with? What exactly do you need?
And sometimes, like, I'm not taking a swap at anybody, but sometimes, like, the very people that will be saying that, you know, Nkela program or Jubilee doing well, trust me, they have the ability,
they have
the capability to help you. They have the power, you know, to call someone, you know what, they can do that. But no, they be sitting at their comfort zone comfortably, just enjoying the contents that you it's good to enjoy, but that's why we do it. But trust me, we also need that support. When people look at me and say 360, you know, if you're in Nigeria, recently a Nigerian told me that I went to photo shoot. He said, I think I know your face, you know. I said, yeah, do we watch it? He said, bro, do you know that if you're in Nigeria, my country, by now you would have been something.
Yes, you would have been driving your bra.
Yeah, he said,
you've been in your own
he told me
very comfortable place
because
right now.
The government alone will support you. Like, the government will make you their own. Because the kind of content you doing is even different from other TikTokers.
Exactly.
Because you deal with reality issues. You talk about government policies, you know, you talk about politics. You break it down for people to know how to make decisions. He said, trust me, if you're there right now, you'd have been something. Like, at some point, you know, if I hear that, like, I really feel ashamed. I said,
and
okay, yes,
country.
I understand Nigeria is bigger than Gambia. The market is big. It's not even the same. I'm not going to lie about that. But trust me, Gambia is different from Gambia 10 years ago. Right now, we have people, you know, who can come together and support you with equipment, you know, with platform, you know, with any kind of support that you need. We need it. But especially if you look at the government, we don't have any support from the government because the perception is that new opposition he's been sponsored by the oppositions, or he never say anything good about the government. While they know that, you know, anything good about the government, we say about it. If you look at my playlist, I even created a playlist called State House. That is, you know, to take, you know, videos or content from State House, bring in as they appear there.
Wow.
Without even like putting on your own opinion, like how I do it. I say, okay, this is just original. It's the government's program. I'm just going to leave it as that.
And you're not scared.
Yeah.
You're not scared.
No. But they think if they want to support you, like, you have to go according to their rule book. You don't have to say you don't have to criticize them.
No, that's the reason why I said most of the reason why people because most of the TV stations here, I'm sorry to say, they're biased. Do you understand? And it's the truth. So with your own content, what you do is
yeah.
You don't try to sugarcoat it.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
And it will not sit well with so many people. So obviously the help that you need from the government, I'm not sure you're gonna get that.
No, I'm not sure. I'm not even sure myself.
Yeah, that's out of the way.
I'm not even sure myself.
Yeah. That's out of the way. You know, but for the people out there, the young people that you know, not even young, because all the people are there, they're working and they can help.
A lot.
You know? So on that part, the endorsement and the sponsors, I think. And before
for us, if you
how
look
do
at
you guys do with your sponsors? How do you what contracts do you have with them?
You know, most of our endorsement deals or sponsors, it all come from private sectors. Yeah, until very recently, you know, few government institutions, you know, we do work with them, like the recent, or let me say the ongoing GBOS, the census, which is the Gambia Bureau of Statistics. You know, this year they're conducting housing and population census. You know, so we had a contract with them, myself, Tida Job, and Mankajang. You understand? So we also started working with United Nations, you know, like the UNFPA, you know, and other UNC agencies. So that is why, you know, most of my income comes, but not purely from the government.
And that income is coming good?
Yeah, it is coming good, alhamdulillah.
Okay.
Sometimes it might be based on 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, 2 years, but so far so good, alhamdulillah. And we are planning to increase it. Like, the goal is to work with the government, to be honest, because it is my country, you know. Nothing is more prestigious than, you know, working with your government on projects, because I know there's so many projects that, you know, I can do for them. Wow. You know, because when you look at our platforms, you know, we are well connected with the local communities. Yeah, like today you go to Jara, you go to Badib, maybe go and visit their women garden. You'll find 2-3 old women who say, "Nka 360 program wala mwele, nka mankajana program wala mwele, nka emela program wala mwele." They might not be telling you that we watch JRTs or QTV, but they are following the content creators, you know, for news.
Exactly, from the news.
And that is it.
Because it's easier.
It's easier.
Yeah.
So the government could have make best use of that opportunity, but the only angle they see in it, if we empower him, he will. I don't know.
Politics, it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Politics is everywhere.
But Gambia is worst.
Yeah, no, the
Sorry
politics in Gambia, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
In every corner of Gambia, politics is everywhere. If someone just talks about something about someone that is in politics, okay, the person is just kila neka di farrel.
Yeah.
And most times it's not even that. The person is just given the news.
It's not.
Yeah. So I don't blame the news giver. Do you understand? He's just given what he has to give.
Like,
you feel me?
What you're saying, don't blame the news giver. Until very recently, I think it was last week, I published a video about the video came from DLIC, the Drug Law Enforcement Agency, about the arrest of one lady with a son. They were involved in this drug stuff. So I gave that news. People started insulting me. From the comment box. Someone even called me. We watch your news, but sometimes your news is not just true. Just because the news is true, but you are related to the victims involved in, so like you don't like the news, so you start insulting. I said, look, this is, you don't do like this. If you say news on my platform or any platform that you're not happy, it is true, but you're not happy with it, just call me with respect. This is what I saw on your platform, but yeah, the lady is my sis or she's my mom. Of course, even me, I wouldn't want my mom's
story to be out there.
Yeah. You can just this is Gambia. Sometimes we have what you call maslaha. We can talk. Okay, no, since is that let me just bring down the video. I did that for people, not once, not twice. But calling me, insulting me will not exactly. No, you have to talk me with respect, bro.
Exactly.
That was just last week. I was talking about that, and that was just one instant. We have. It's just crazy.
You guys go through a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Yes, that's I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I didn't. I am so surprised about everything that you just said right now.
Yeah, but the thing is, like I said, I don't complain.
Yeah.
Because the reason is, and I also want people to get that, it's very important, because complaining will even make people to start getting fed up.
Yeah,
360 is very good. Anything, sometimes you understand. And like if you look at it, sometimes like you can talk, but sometimes most of the times I prefer remain silent.
Yeah, but the reason why I want you to say everything that you've been through, because I know most of the interviews that you had, you don't mention this, because it's very important.
I even hardly have interviews.
You see, I think
this is like
ultimate media. You know how we do it now.
I think this is my second interview, in 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And this is a good one. Because mostly you mention things that are so important that people will want to know. Because for me, and I know my people, we didn't even know that you guys go through all this.
Yeah,
because Monday 360 had a police case issue, but I didn't really dive into it that much because you don't get the news that you want.
Yeah.
People just tell you he says, everything that you need.
Yeah.
You understand? But hearing it from here and now, at least people could know that this is what's going on the Gambian social media side, and to influencers say this is what they're going through. So, and that's very important. Very, very important.
That is it. So, for all those saying that I want to be a social media influencer, I want to be a TikToker, this is what you go through,
and it's hard.
So, in case you want to come, prepare for it.
Yeah. Put on your armor.
Yeah.
And just come and fight head on.
Exactly. Like the saying says, if you can't take the heat, then quit the kitchen.
Yeah, just run away. For me, I would have dipped. I would have run away. But still,
it's not easy.
What is the inspiration behind 360? Why did you call yourself 360 Plus?
Okay, when I was at Government Talents, because I have so much passion in fashion. At some point,
Ooh, the fashion is style.
Yeah, because I was at some point. Exactly, because at some point I was in fashion industry, so I said, okay, you know what, I'm going to do a show exclusively just to talk about fashion, people's outfits, because that's something I enjoy doing it. So I said,
so you wanted to be a fashion designer one time?
Not designer, but maybe like maybe
a fashion critics,
something like that. Just to talk about fashion, because I've seen political journalists, cultural journalists. So I also want to be a fashion journalist, just to talk about fashion exclusively.
So you just wanted to be there telling people, okay, this
yeah, okay, you understand. Okay,
yeah.
But I realized quickly, like, this is Gambia. People are not so much interested in fashion. Like, compared to other countries. Maybe if it's in Western world, I know that it will go 100%. But Gambia, it might be a problem.
Yeah, Gambia
so,
don't care.
Exactly. So if you look at the models, like when they're walking on the runway, there is a twist or turn called 360 that, you just turn.
Yeah.
So I said, since it's fashion, I'm going to name my program 360. But after realizing that people might not be interested because it's fashion, I said, okay, now I'm going to be versatile. I'm going to be adding politics, music, then I add the word plus, meaning fashion plus other areas. Then that's how I combined the two names, 360 plus.
360 plus.
Yeah, but initially it was only 360.
360. Yeah, because I just saw the plus recently and people were saying 360 plus. Yeah, but that's a very good view. So you stopped the fashion stuff because you were scared of people were not gonna buy into it?
Yeah, they're not gonna be much interested, because I've seen other fashion shows on mainstream TVs and I see, how dull they are, like how people are not, focusing. So I said, okay.
But is it still in the pipeline?
Yeah, I do it. Like if you look at there's a portion called like fashion review, where sometimes maybe if you had your event ceremony, be it in Gente or naming ceremony, I will take your pictures, to do a fashion review on you. Maybe like kind of that's what people 360. It ain't makeup or karamendo. Did you go to makeup school? I said no. Then how would you know? Like this is contour, this is highlight, this is I said yeah, because if you're in the industry, you will know it.
You will know,
especially if you follow fashion reports on YouTube and other platforms. You will know. This is the color. This is even so. Someone like I think that was my cousin sister. 360. Iko continue la style lo nyadile. How do you know all this? Ponytails. Messy bump. I said yeah. That is the vibes. If you that's what I wanted to do.
So your family, is it too many females in there?
Yeah, because I come from very, very extended family. I have a lot of cousins,
Yeah, and then most of them are females.
Yeah, females, males, they're mixed up,
It was mixed up.
Yeah.
But the vibe, okay. So the reason why I ask is because you have to be among females for you to know most of these things, when it comes to the fashion and all that you wanted to do.
No, most of things I know through online. Because I follow ET Entertainment Tonight. Okay. Their red carpet segment. I don't know if you do follow it.
Yeah.
Sometimes like they'll be following like global red carpets like BAFTA, Oscar, the Met Gala. So they're gonna be talking. Okay, she wore this dress, from this designer. This is so if you work this kind of show, every details of the fashion. The cutout, the peplums, the waist details. So basically everything.
Everything.
But it doesn't mean that like maybe a female would no. Just through online. Sometimes I also do research about it.
Oh wow!
I know, yeah.
You take your time and do that.
Yeah, okay, I take my time to do.
Speaking of a designer, you've been killing it mostly on your shirts. You understand? You've been looking. Your drip is tight. You know how to look good. You understand? So, who is your fashion designer?
I think I have 3 of them.
Oh wow!
Depending on what I want to wear. Like if I want to wear my haftan, I have someone specifically
for your haftan.
Yeah, for haftan. If I want to wear like these casual Africans, Gano does that for me.
Okay.
But if I need shoot, Abubakar So do that for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they give you what you want when it comes to clothing.
Yeah, but I give them the style, the inspo. Okay, like this is what I want to do. This is what I want the neck to look like, depending on the event you attended. It could be red carpet, it could be religious events, it could be political events, because you can't take the outfit that you take on red carpet to religious events.
How does that, skipping over the outfits, how does that really cost you? Because if I take this today, you wear this, so the next time even if I want to wear it, I cannot wear this.
No, I can't.
Yeah. So how does that feel? Annoying, right?
Yeah. To be honest, I don't spend much on clothing. But if I can say 95% of my clothing, I got them through PR packages, free.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think
sometimes shops will be like 360 man mala buga sola. Like yesterday I was with one shop, they only sell gesna, so it's I shown you what you wear on Korite. So this time this is the new type of gesna, I want to give it to you wear, because I feel that you're the only one that can wear it better.
Nice.
So yeah, she gave it to me.
Wow.
So yeah, sometimes I just get free and free clothing endorsement. So to be honest, I don't spend much on it.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't spend much.
Gambia. That's 360 plus with Francis Sarr on the Dialogue Show with Ultimate Media, giving you the best all the time, anywhere, anywho, anyhow. But today I'm with a man that has given us, so much juice on the social media entertainment base. And Gambia, we Gambians, we're everywhere, but we don't know most times what we are saying and how it happens. So I think it's important for you to listen first before you say anything.
Yeah.
So 360, I want you to tell us, what is your biggest challenge that you're facing right now?
I am facing a lot of challenges, but
what's the biggest one that you wish if it's just out of the way, everything is it's gonna head on?
Okay, right now my biggest challenge is to get my free space, my working space. Like I said, when I entered the studio, I was it gave me wow moment. my
like here?
my jaw
it's
literally
gone.
dropped to the floor. Yeah, because I've been communicating with my brother, and I promised him that I will visit the studio. But when I just entered, I saw like these magnificent mic. I was like, no. So like that is something that I want, because I know that if I have that, trust me, there is so many things I can do it, and I can also help fellow media people to do it. Yeah, because it's not just about me knowing everything, but it's just about like what I know, I bring it to the table. What you bring it
to the
we
table.
Just mix them together, and trust me, we have something unique.
Exactly.
We all have a talent.
Yeah.
And there's so much space in the media. People think that because right now we have too many media houses, too many YouTubers, Instagram, TikTokers. So no. But despite that,
so you said right now, what you need the most, you think if you have, it's gonna work for you, is a space.
Yeah, because I work from home. I have single room. This is my bed, and I just prepare a little table. That's why I'm doing all these contents.
Wow.
So I feel that if I have space, office space, with good quality gadgets, materials, trust me,
you'll do wonders.
I will do wonders. Yeah. And I can also bring people
to work for you,
to work with me. Yeah, we can do a lot.
Yeah, and like they say, right now, Gambia, the youth are more into the media, so most of them are learning how to edit.
Yeah,
and they're into it so much, photographing and everything.
Yeah.
So if you have that, I think employing 2 or 3 people, at least you're helping the nation.
Exactly.
You feel me? So
that's exactly my goal.
I think y'all should help a nigga out.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but still,
I want someone to look at me and say, okay, hey, wait, I'm giving you 4K camera, I'm giving you this camera, I'm giving you this. So that's what I need right now.
Yeah, like that's the biggest challenge you're facing right now.
If I have that, with a cool office space, trust me, it doesn't need to be, that, big, just, like minimal
something
one.
Small.
Something, for humble beginning.
Yeah, for humble beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
So, let's say if you were to work with someone right now in the social media, like in your field, who would you want to work with? Who inspired you? Like, let's say, man, I like he or she, I like how she does her stuff or how he does her stuff. And
okay.
Juma, like who? Y'all better listen carefully. That's like his favorite.
Yeah. There's people that obviously that I would like to work with them, not just on social media, even on mainstream media.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people, who have been so much, like sort of inspirational figure to me. The likes of saying MK Marina,
oh, wow.
the Alcamba Times. Thanks to him, because a lot of my problem on the media, like I contact him. So they'll be like, hey, I know you're sleeping, but I'm in deep trouble, and I feel that you're the only one that can help me out. I have the likes of Omar Wali. Sometimes when I also have faced problem or challenges in media, regards to maybe editorial or maybe something that I post, people started attacking me. I said, pantanga finna post the me yalong ko ya mulbe muna get nga mistake ko ke fanyari lo. So okay, this is how you're going to read. This is it. So these are all prominent figures that personally, like I do like to work with them. So when you come to social media, like people that I'm doing the same, maybe you might not be doing this necessarily like giving the news. Content creation is content creation. As far as it is beneficial to people, as far as it entertaining people. The likes of Mankajang, the likes of Tida Job, if you do follow them very well, that the only thing they publish on their platform is just purely entertainment. They don't have time for the fante garwale or attacking people. So these are the positive people, and like you guys, the ultimate media, definitely I would want to work with you guys. Because I've been following your events, especially on YouTube. I know when you come to YouTube, you guys are the kings, the royalty. so why not?
Well, thank you.
So
we appreciate that.
Exactly. So I would love to people to work with people like that, because
so you're looking for
work is all I believe in. Work is all I believe in. And I believe that, Gambian youths are very hardworking, but like I said, if you have the right support, trust me, we will not even complain about, Lige Amundoko Mansoto.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
we're not even going to be looking for job. Because I don't believe in seeking for job, be job creator.
Yeah, I think mostly that's what they fail to understand, Someone might be sitting home. Amantara dokola.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But Amari coming rabarabano. Hani doku lafamu.
And like in because this is what you call the digital age. In this digital age, for one to create self-employment, it is very easy. Do you know?
Be self-employed
with just your phone.
Exactly.
When I was starting this, do you know which phone I started with? Samsung A50.
And now we're how much?
Now they upgraded me last month to 14 Pro Max.
Oh,
Thanks to my brother. So thanks to my brother. So that is it. I started my platform because someone called me last month. She's about to graduate. She's a female journalist. She was like, I'm studying journalist because Mbama K Jubel, my dad watches you. So I said, you know what? I want to be like 360. So she said, I'm graduating next month, but I want to apply, maybe one media house. Which media house will you recommend for me? So we had a lengthy conversation, but at the end of the day, I told her, but then again, sis, this is media. Mm-hmm. This is social media. Mm-hmm. And there is so much that, you can do with your own, without even approaching other medias. Mm-hmm. You can build your own platform. I give her example like, ML Sakara, ML Daily. Recently, he's a rising star. Mm-hmm. He's going to newspaper, but at the same time, building his own online platform, giving news to people. Mm-hmm. I said, sometimes it's not just about going to apply for a job, but sometimes sit down, mm-hmm. think, this is what you want to do, mm-hmm. and create something that, that's going to attract people. It's going to be difficult. Yeah. It's going to be tough. I'm not going to lie to you. At some point, you feel like quitting, especially if you start.
And patience. Did you tell her about patience?
I told her.
Good.
Because the thing is, nowadays, trust me, like we don't have patience. That is the problem. And I will take myself back. At Government Talents, the internship program mm-hmm. in 2017 was supposed to be 12 months, 1 year. So I enrolled myself for that program. After 1 year, then I realized that you cannot know everything within 1 year on media.
No.
I said, you know what? I think I need more. I spent 4.5 years at Government Talents.
Wow.
Reporting, doing news, going to State House, doing many things.
Some
but at the same time, mm-hmm. people that came, they met me there for internship program after 6 months because, they had an interview. People, so, they were employed by other media houses. Some of them were there, but 6 months on, they are fired. You see? Yeah. So which is why I want to focus on patience. Patience is very important.
It's very important.
The Mandinka said, Hanima munya ikungwe koi, barisi munya ila hajo ijara. Like they said, even if you don't wait till you start growing white or gray hairs, but at least be patient till you get what you want to get. But you cannot just do something for 1 year, 2 years. You think like man mafi touch. It doesn't go like that.
Oh no, Gambia,
that's what I'm saying. But we don't. Young people don't have patience.
Yeah. They don't have patience.
We don't.
Let's just grab the small one they have and I'm gone.
Even some of my fellow, TikTokers, because some of them, they have more followers than me. Mm-hmm. So sometimes if you tend to advise those kind of people, then they get sent back.
No, you
understand? And they don't know that like before 360 come to TikTok, I have spent 5 years in mainstream media. So if it's experience, I have it more than you.
No, most people would not know that you've been through all these things.
Yeah.
Most people will just think he's just some random guy that just decided to be a social media influencer and then just sat down at home, and I started recording.
That's what they even call me. I think like 2 years ago, I went to a press conference, at one artist press conference. So we were asking during question and answer. So I kind of clashed with one journalist from a particular media house. So he was he was explaining, like, Moneketa, like, in TikTok journalism. Yeah.
Just like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I told Mankaja, like, most of them don't even know that, like, I started working media, like, before most of all these journalists today you are seeing.
Wow.
Because most of them started working in media, like, 2021, 2018, 2019, whilst I was there in 2017.
See that?
Yeah. But they don't know. They just see me in 360, and they say, in TikTok journalist, so they don't even know my background. But like I said, we don't talk.
Yeah, but it's good to talk sometimes. Like today,
No, the thing is like for this kind of platform is good. Mm-hmm. But I'm talking about casual talking. Like you just come on your online. I don't like it.
Yeah,
because people gonna get easily fed up with you. Like mm-hmm. And like wanting to like that's how they brought me.
Exactly.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Like you shouldn't respond to everything. So which is why sometimes I feel that like some questions they're worth taking 10 years before you reply them. Yeah, mm-hmm. That's what I believe.
And that's true.
Yeah,
really, because I for one I didn't know all this about you.
A lot of people don't know.
Exactly. So it's a surprise, and I hope this video will just go so viral that people would know that he's not just that guy that just decided to be a social media influencer with just a phone. You understand? So I hope this video will just tell the world, Gambians and people out there, that he's just not that person. Really. And I'm really surprised that you had to go through all this thing to get to where you is today.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, most people will not wait for it.
No.
Most people will not wait for it. They will run.
Yeah,
And you were young and you're still thriving, and I'm sure you have some things coming in the pipeline.
I hope so.
And that's the most important thing, the zeal, the fire of wanting to be someone, and you don't care how you get there. So I think for me it's hats off. And okay.
Thank you so much.
He is the guy. You did so good, and I'm so surprised. So it has been a journey of knowing and discovering about 360, and I hope you guys enjoyed whatever he gave to you, because for me, I learned a lot about him today, and alhamdulillah, so much. Now you get to know that he's not just that guy. He's a guy that went through stages and stages in his life to get to where he is today. You understand? So let's be more loving and open to him, because man, if I was in his shoes, and I know if a lot of people out there was in his shoes, we was gonna end it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's Ultimate Media with 360 in the building today. So we're gonna go for a break. You understand? And then come back again. We already give you guys what you're gonna need. So the break, basically, it's gonna be a call off to the show. So let's just give him a little space to breathe, Munando, and then we'll come back again. Thanks, y'all. Like I was saying, still welcome back. We just had a water break and take a little bit of energy, because it's important. And it's still Ultimate Media with your host, Fancy Sad. And man, we have 360 in the building still. So he was telling us about his journey and how he got to where he is today. And quite surprisingly, like I said, I hope the video will go viral and everybody would know what the man has been through in his life to get to where he is today. So I want to just take this time and ask him, what do you think you need to share with people right now that you, sometimes you could be sitting in your house and then you have this feeling of, I wish I had this platform, to be invited somewhere and see something, and I just want to share it with people. Being advised, like you said, to the young ones, or to something that you see and has been really going on in your head. What would that be?
Yeah, there's a lot of things, like I said, I would definitely really wanted to share with the people, especially like you said, the young people. I don't just say the young people because that's what everybody says. I am saying this because I'm looking at the older generation. They are at the latter part of their life. So, but at the end of the day, we're going to be where they are as far as we are living.
Exactly.
So sometimes when I look at certain acts, especially let's take politics for instance, if you look at how young people, in their 30s, 20s, being bold enough, insulting people just because you feel offended by the person, maybe or their comment or their view or their opinion, what is about your political party or their political leader. I said this is a disaster for us. Because if this is what our younger generation, if this is the mindset, they've been having, imagine if they grew up to that old age position.
Wow. It's going to be a disaster.
Are we even safe as a generation? No, we are not. So right now, my biggest concern for the humanity, especially for Gambia, it's for the young people, to have neutral mind, some sort of, positive mind. I don't know if you're getting what I'm coming from.
Yeah, no, sure.
Yeah, for people to thrive in whatever, sector or, area you are in, other than, maybe being too extreme or being too fanatic on anything that you do. That is just something that, I just hate it every day. If I come to online, people comment, look at their age, how youthful they are. That's a big problem for me. That's a very, very big problem. So which is why sometimes I would just take to my platform, serving myself as a motivational speaker. I'm not a motivational speaker, but sometimes I just do it because I believe that maybe it might change someone's life, or maybe it might change the way you view things. That is the only reason why I'm doing it.
Like your perception of thinking and
well, when Muhasise approached me, he's a young Gambian imam in UK, he said, I've been following your platform, but sometimes I get a little bit confused. Is he a religious scholar? Are you a journalist? Are you a comedian? Or are you a motivational speaker? Because sometimes if I look at your video, I said, these boys seem to know the Quran, more, because the way you speak is like you're taken from Quran. If I look at some of your contents, is he a motivational speaker? Sometimes if I look at your comedy content, I said, are you a comedian? So sometimes He said, like, I tend to get confused. But like I said, the only reason why I'm doing that is for people to be motivated. No, yes, a lot of people do ask me 360. Oh, sometimes I said to myself, with all this good work, so you are taking me as a comedian. Yeah, but sometimes too, I do feel that, in as much as, people are enjoying your news, they should be entertained. Exactly. When you look at the media, entertainment, education, information. So in as much as you want to educate or you want to inform people, they should be entertained as well.
Entertainment, yes.
You understand? Like my cousin will say, like, good evening from Jartis, my name is Yuspha. No, you have to be smiling. It's good. It's good with smile. No. You understand? So which is why, like, when people do, like, it make me feel good. It make me feel happy, knowing that you're not only getting, like, news, but you're also being entertained. A follower approached me. She's a sister, Kasa, and shout out to her because she's always guiding me. She lost her brother. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant the brother Jannah. She said, kabirina brother bante manjel come, like, I'm not being myself. But I did a video on TikTok. After watching that, she even forgot that she's still mourning because she laughed loud. 360 billion mayam fe birin barin ke obanda new care ba bringing in birin jere tere kame nunku mantere kere. So sometimes that is the joy that it give to people.
Yeah,
sometimes you might be at a messy mood, bad mood, now people are stressed. This is this is it, in as much as this is digital age, it is also stress age.
Yes.
Everybody is stressed up, my friend,
at some
be it at work, marriage, relationship, but the fact is people are stressed nowadays. So sometimes giving them as a palate cleanser, it's a necessary. It can help. You don't know.
You don't like. We were having a very important conversation before we turned on the camera. You said you necessarily don't have to be married for you to give somebody a married advice, and which is very true because Gambian be then fucking come. Even if I want to give you an advice, but man say you you're saying and he is doing the same thing. Do you understand?
Even today, before I walk in the studio, maybe after I'll give you the conversation between me and this particular lady. She got married, like newly wedded, but like currently she's in a bitter war with her husband.
Wow.
So just before coming, she was calling me constantly. I said, sis, mbefi kandina to ya, but ni mama ko inafuto bandal. So sometimes this is what we go through. Sometimes I'll be sleeping 2 a.m. Sisters will be calling me. I reject the call. What is it? Text me. I can't sleep. You are the only person that my man turned to. That's why I'm calling you. Then I have to call. So I engage with conversation. So yeah, sometimes it's not about like ntafutu so or mamfutu. I can't give a marriage advice to someone because most of these people who are approaching me, we trust you that you're gonna protect me, which is why I'm explaining this situation to you.
Exactly.
I said that's okay. So after conversation, I gave them advice. Then after they'll come back to me. I worked, alhamdulillah. Everything's okay now. It is not me, but
yeah.
Because the mind that Allah Kamendila, trust me, He can give it to you. He can give it to him. He can give it to anybody. But sometimes the belief I have, like it's God.
It is
and
God.
The trustworthy that people have in you.
Yes.
That is it.
Yes. And sometimes it's not even like yourself. Sometimes, like you can see a person. I said, and
the funniest thing sometimes, do you know, the people that call me about the marriage issue, they're not like, I'm not talking about like, little, maybe like you're like 34. No, I'm talking about something like even our moms, like people, who are having, their grandkids.
Because
Can you believe?
Yeah.
Can you believe? Yeah. So I was like,
I was saying, like, sometimes you can see a person will say something and nobody will listen. But as soon as you speak, people will listen. It's not the person, it's God that puts it in a person.
Exactly.
You understand? So it's one of the qualities that Allah gives.
Yeah.
You understand? So necessarily, no. So I just need you guys to understand that. So someone cannot be married but still can give marital advices. It's very important. So this is still 360 plus. So we're gonna give him the space to just say his last words, and then we can wrap up the show because I'm not a son and he has to go somewhere else and just keep the trend going. So do you have any last words to say?
Yeah, to thank you guys, because like I said, I can say this is my debut interview. Like I said, like this is second in 4 years. But if I had to put it, officially, I can say this is the first time, because the other one was like at the radio.
Okay.
You understand? But like for someone to call me on TV, this is first. Although like that is something that like I don't really focus too much on, because sometimes, like I said, because I feel that if you go, you might say something that maybe you understand.
Yeah.
So which is why sometimes I do reserve myself. But like this interview, even when my brother called me, I said, okay, I'm going to come, because it is something that I want to do with wholeheartedly. I want to do it, because like you said, sometimes it is good, just to be away from your comfort zone, sit down and have like this real conversation with people, especially with people that that look up to you for inspiration.
Exactly.
So like I feel that today, like I'm the most important person, thanks to
are.
Ultimate Media. Yeah,
you
seriously.
Are the most important person.
Seriously. At this moment, that's the moment that's the feeling that I'm having right now.
And it is.
And I also thank everyone, especially your followers and anywhere who are following me. The important thing is that in life we just have to believe in ourselves. Like I said, it doesn't come easy. Initial starting points are always most difficult, especially this is Gambia. When you start things, people will not support you until they see you so sometimes, like what I said, that what that cause is brain drain. This is what it costs.
Yeah.
I am struggling. Do you think that today, if someone called me, let's say from UK, hey 360, how are you doing? I'm in UK, I have this work for you. So because I feel that come here, let's work together, I'm going to give you good salary. What do you think I'm going to do? Likely,
yes,
I'll go to UK and work.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to say so but I feel that that has still our country, we can give it to our people that deserve it.
Yeah.
So it's not about like it's a waste of money, or maybe it's a waste of resources. Because if you do that, you are empowering them. In fact, you are encouraging them to do more. That is it.
Yeah.
I know so many people that left the Gambia and they were doing absolutely good, but because they didn't have any incentive, people are not encouraging them, so they have slightest chance outside the country. Today they are there doing amazingly well. We have a lot of the Gambian. So that's why I said it causes brain drain. And until someone don't step up, the governments don't step up, to tap these potentials, these talents in our young people, help them with equipments, with materials. Trust me, we're going to continue losing our youthful people.
Trust me.
Yeah.
To these countries.
Which is very sad.
Yes.
That is my biggest concern for the Gambia right now.
Yeah. And you heard that from him. That is 360, saying his own opinion on how he wants the government should help. Really, because youth and the youths are going to the back way, not because they want to, but because they want a better future for their family and their self. And swing government and the society we live in has so much impact on that. Because if you don't bring food to the home, you're not respected. People don't care about you.
Exactly.
You understand? Your word does not even stand. So what would you do as a youth? I'm gonna go out there and get it anyhow I can.
And they want to work. Trust me, if I say trust me, the youths are hardworking. They want to work. But
let's just open doors and help. Like we heard, not clear still. We've seen it on the social media that you have been nominated for an award given. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, it's a West Africa Social Media Influencers Award. It took place in sometimes around May 11 in Netherlands. Netherlands, yeah, okay. Holland. So the guy is from Sierra Leone. According to him, he started in Sierra Leone, but because this is about social media influencers, and we have Africans scattered all over Europe, and so he said, okay, since he's staying in Europe, so I think this edition it will be in Holland.
Oh, wow.
So that's why they do it, and maybe hopefully next month they will hold a small ceremony, for people that they won't give the likes of me, Tita Job, and a few others.
Okay,
yeah.
And and that's a big deal for them. So are you guys gonna receive the award here or there?
Here.
In Gambia.
I wish I can also go there so I can start bragging,
No, honestly, why didn't you?
Yeah, no, didn't you?
But still, congratulations for that.
Yeah,
you deserve
you.
every bit of that award because you're hardworking and you're doing something that you love doing, and you're giving our moms, most importantly, the news they want to hear.
And I love them so much.
And trust me, they love you.
Yeah,
they love you.
Yeah,
So once again, we're a pledge to have you, and then may you receive that award in peace. And he deserves that award. Really, I'm rooting for that. He deserves that award. This is your girl Fancy Sad, and I had with me 360 Plus, and the show was amazing. It's Ultimate Media, and you know how we do it. We always present you with the best. And I hope you guys that are going to listen to the show would take your time and listen to exactly everything that he said, detail by detail, and understand it. And this is your girl saying once again, bye-bye, and enjoy when you're watching.